screaming and the fires are howling way down in the valley tonight. There's a man in the shadows with the gum in his eye and a blade shining oh so bright. There's evil in the air and there's thunder in the sky and a killer's on the bloodshot streets. Oh, and down in the tunnel with a deadly horizon, oh, I swear I saw a young boy down in the gutter. He was starting to foam in the heat. Oh, baby, you're the only thing in this whole world that's pure and good and right. And wherever you are and wherever you go, there's always gonna be some light. But I gotta get out, I gotta break it out now before the final crack of dawn. So we gotta make the most of our one night together. When it's over, you know we'll both be so alone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. But like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you. I'm gonna hit the highway like a battering ram on a silver black phantom bike. Oh, when the metal is hot and the engine is hungry, I'm all about to see the light. Nothing ever grows in this rotten old hole, and everything is stunted and lost. And nothing really rocks and nothing really rolls, and nothing's ever worth the cost. And I know that I'm damned if I never get out, and maybe I'm damned if I do. But with every other beat I got left in my heart, you know I'd rather be damned with you. Well, if I gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned, dancing through the night with you. Well, if I gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned. Gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned. Gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned. Dancing through the night, dancing through the night, dancing through the night with you. Oh, baby, you're the only thing in this whole world that's pure and good and right. And wherever you are and wherever you go, there's always gonna be some light. But I gotta get out, I gotta break it out now before the final crack of dawn. So we gotta make the most of our one night together. When it's over, you know we'll both be so alone. But like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. Oh, when the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, they're like a sinner before the gates of heaven. I'll come crawling on back to you. Then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you. twisted at the foot of a burning bike. And I think somebody somewhere must be tolling a bell. And the last thing I see is my heart still beating, breaking out of my body and flying away like a bat out of hell. And I'm down at the bottom of a pit in a blazing sun. Oh, torn and twisted at the foot of a burning light. And I think somebody somewhere must be tolling a bell. And the last thing I see is my heart still beating, still beating, oh, breaking out of my body and flying away like a bat out of hell. Oh, 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 like a bat out of hell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. Got some more matches. I'm joined with Darth Ted. I'm Enraged Ovary. Won the last game. Feeling pretty good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing perfectly fine. Went 2-0 earlier today. Felt good about those. Excited to see how Air Drake bounces back.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place right now, but I'm going to try and de-scatter myself a little bit and enjoy this matchup.
It's a pretty interesting matchup we have in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I'm really excited to see is more of, I guess I'm with Dingus. Dingus showed up really big in Team Air's last game, and I want to kind of just see how he just stacks up against more of these top laners, because that feels like a big story for me.
Yeah, against us, we banned the Shen against him, and he came back with a Maokai and didn't have as big of an impact as we've seen him do previously in other games. Mm-hmm. So hopefully he has a better chance against Pickle Popper in this game.
Hell yeah. And then I guess also in the mid lane we have Shoemaker and Hamey Calvi. Shoemaker dropping 2 Rs and dropping some weight. So it's good to see him. He was looking pretty fresh and fly before, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. Hamey Calvi popping off on the Talon. We'll see if he even gets to pick Talon or if Talon's even a priority. But I think everyone's all good. So yeah, I think we're all good. So I think we can just kind of send it into Champ Select whenever anyone wants to start it up.
Yeah, so that mid lane matchup is also something we really need to watch closely. Shoemaker is extremely strong, and we've seen him pick a couple of bully champs, but also some safe control mages. But Hamey Calvi is really known for his assassins, the Talon, the Diana, and sometimes even just the long range pokey champs like Xerath. He really can get shove in his wave on any of these champs, and then he roams very well and communicates well with his team.
All right, seeing the brand come out, I think they're going kind of like the same strategy that Team Ocean Drake went, which was kind of just trying to ban out Frostbeat and trying to keep him away from carrying from the bot lane.
I smell fear.
And
Shyvana ban coming out against Hot Soup. He's played that champ quite a bit and usually carries on it. So good ban coming out there.
Good ban. I'm interested if we're going to see any bans targeted toward Icicle. If we're going to see anything of that Graves, or if they're just going to kind of assume that the Graves isn't going to come out, or maybe they have something planned against the Graves.
I don't know if the Graves is the biggest part of that bot line.
Oh,
I think
not.
the Carrick
it's
is
my
more
favorite
important.
Part, though.
No more gems in this game, people. Gems were banned away.
No gems. That's fine. People have been seeing a lot of Tarek play. Tarek's a really strong champion. And then there we go. So 3 bans at Frostbeat. So that's got to feel like kind of good and kind of bad. And the Shen.
Definitely necessary against Team Air Drake.
Yep, absolutely. Makes sense. Ooh, hovering this Ezreal. So I'm not a big fan of Ezreal right now. I think he just doesn't do enough damage. I think you need more damage. We're seeing some little hamster play. And we're seeing the okay. Lock in the Ezreal.
I mean, Ezreal does do a good amount of damage. Earlier in our game, we had a 35-minute game, and I did like 40k damage. So it's not... If you can get all your poke in, you're all set. It's just the fact if the game does go 40, 50 minutes, you're obviously going to fall off the table. And, I mean, in order to counter that, I want to see I'm with Dingus on some sort of a damage type carry.
Ooh.
Like, maybe a Gangplank.
Ooh, I like this pickup. I like Misfortune. Icicle hates playing against Misfortune. He thinks that it's a really arbitrary champ and just like kind of really dumb and really strong in lane and might actually be able to kind of, I guess, clear and kind of play up with this Ezreal.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Misfortune since the end of last season where she was pretty much broken when the new runes came out.
Mm-hmm. Or this could be a Frostbeat Misfortune also. That is a possibility. This could be a flex. Or just to support Misfortune.
Yeah. The jungle matchup is a pretty standard one. Hot Soup taking the Kazakhs. He played it earlier and did pretty well. Went up 2-0 on it in about 10 minutes, so had a lot of early pressure. And Sejuani coming out for Impulse. Blitzcrank pick coming out for
Yeah! All right, give me some Blitz.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of early game coming out from Team Air Drake right now.
Mm-hmm.
They have to snowball this early game so far.
They have to they have to snowball the early game and throwing a little wrench in there. See, this is what I respect about Haymi Calvi. Haymi Calvi plays the game how he wants to play it. He doesn't care about what's super meta. He'll just kind of play what he's really good at. And if you don't ban out what he's really good at, he's gonna pick it. So Diana is something that I've been wanting to see. I've heard legends about this guy's Diana. It's up there with his talents, so.
Yeah, they do allow Shoemaker to get the counter pick on that Diana, though. So Shoemaker is a very, very strong player. We'll have to see what he has in store for this pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back stronger.
Interesting ban on the Gangplank. I guess that is against the Pickle Popper, though.
Yep, it's definitely a comfort champion for him. He received a lot of nerfs, but I think it's just something that they're really just don't want to play with, which I don't blame them. Kind of helps them get into the late game.
And we see Twisted Fate and a Malzahar getting banned out against Shoemaker.
Malzahar's a really good ban. Malzahar's really strong.
Absolutely.
And he's pretty good into Diana.
Yeah.
And the last ban is of Vladimir coming through against Pickle Popper.
Vladimir is also really strong with the new AP itemization that Riot put out. Some of those items are real silly. I think my personal favorite is the get up a bunch of charges, pop it, get 100 AP and a bunch of speed. The go fast item.
The go fast item.
Yeah, I think the go fast item is really strong. Oh man, Sion. Okay, so Sion's really good right now. Kind of just does a lot of everything. Wins. He doesn't have any real bad matchups and just scales really well into the late game.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess are they leaving the support pick for last? Or is that going to be a support Sion?
Or is it a support Misfortune?
Or is it so many flexes?
I would love to see a support Misfortune. Maybe see Arrow play some Ashe, bring it back to like what was it, season 5 Worlds?
Yeah. I mean, that's only really good into the Xayah lane.
It totally is only good into that lane, but I would still like to see it. And we're going to see a Nasus in the top lane.
We also missed Corky getting picked for Shoemaker,
Mm-hmm.
which is very good into Diana. He is safe when Diana jumps in because you can just W out, and he has a lot of shove.
Ooh, okay, we're gonna see the Morgana. I'm assuming that's probably gonna go support.
At this point, I think is likely to say it's support.
Yep.
Scion top, Sejuani jungle.
All right. Since I just got out of a game, I'm going to send this into a 3-minute break while they're doing their time down, so that I can go to the bathroom and go grab some more water. But yeah, so it's gonna be sweet. I'll come back in a few minutes and we'll start this game up. All right, boys, ladies, gentlemen, I'm back. Are you ready for this?
Oh, I am so ready for this.
I got some water. I emptied the tank, and we're ready.
I love all the pictures coming out from Team Air Drake. They sent every photo in. All their headshots are good.
Yep.
We got a couple of question marks coming out from Brambleback.
But sometimes I like a little bit of question marks sometimes. Just kind of like add to the mystery. I really like Team Infernal, which has the full question mark. The full question.
Nobody knows anyone on their squad.
Nope, that's totally fine. All right. So we're going to get into game. As you can see with that big old go. It's freaking go time. But we still have to actually wait for them to load up and whatnot. But so talking about the matchups that we have going on. So my issue with Team Air Drake's comp is they are super low CC and they are hyper reliant on the Blitzcrank gang grabs.
Yeah, I don't really like their comp just because if they don't snowball early game and play it like a solo queue mentality, they really don't win this game in the end unless Blitz can get a grab.
To be honest, it feels a little disrespectful, and I think that Brambleback's coming out with a really solid comp. Diana and Sion both work really well with the Sejuani passive, and there's just a ton of CC that it's going to allow Misfortune to kind of shoot from behind and just pretty much tear out these team fights.
Yeah, I mean, Brambleback's lineup has a lot of engage from the Sion, Sejuani, and Morgana. Good pick stuff, too. And a lot of damage coming out from pretty much their whole team comp. I think they drafted really, really well and have a very strong team comp. I'm favoring them to win if they don't lose every single lane. So we'll see if Airdrake can just pull ahead super far early.
All right.
A lot of pings coming out. Brambleback seems to be running a straight down mid. Team Airdrake seems to be running straight towards the pixel bush. Morgana did level up Q, and Blitzcrank did level up his Q. So we'll see if anyone gets picked. A ward spots out the entire Airdrake team, and they have no idea where Brambleback is right now. Corki gets snared up. A lot of damage coming down. Huge team fight coming out. Corki almost flash first from the Diana gets him. Oof. Morgana binding just missing the Nasus.
Oh, the Sion gained the Q. And the flash respecting it.
Yeah, so it was a really smart play by Hamey Calvi to actually ward this little bush in order to see where the Airdrake was going.
Yeah, and I mean, this is exactly kind of what we're talking about. And, like, if this late game comp, it's not even that late game, this more balanced comp gets snowballing early, they're going to have such a much easier time kind of steamrolling through Team Airdrake. And Team Airdrake falling behind early is no bueno.
Yeah. Luckily for them, not a lot of summoner spells were blown. There was the flash from the Diana, Ignite from the Morgana, and then 2 flashes on the side of Airdrake from the Corki and the Nasus.
Yep.
So, since both laners, solo laners blew their flash, I'm assuming the Sejuani is going to try to focus those lanes. I mean, we said it was going to be a hype matchup, and we already got first blood.
Yep.
Not even 2 minutes in.
And we see Kha'Zix going, yeah, hell yeah, let's fucking go. So we see Kha'Zix going Raptors. I like that. I think it's pretty good if you can do it, and you can do it healthily.
Yeah. The Sejuani went Gromp second after her blue buff, so she's going to be a little bit behind the push. If Kha'Zix wants to go invade the red after this blue buff, he should be healthy enough to do that.
Yeah.
But probably just going to go Scuttle for vision.
Probably not. Yeah, and I mean, also with Sion pushing up and just kind of respecting the little bit of lead that they have, I think they should be in good shape. Impulse just kind of farming away. And Hamey Calvi getting the shove on the Corki in mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, Corki not having that flash and doesn't even have the W. Actually, no, he's level 3. He has the W leveled up. But he still has to play very, very defensively because Sejuani ganks early game are so strong. There's a lot of CC that comes out of him. We see a little bit of gank. Hot Soup coming in behind Hamey Calvi. Just walks in, gets the red buff slow.
Ooh, nice
Q's in.
knock-up.
Yeah. Nice little jump. Hamey Calvi doesn't have a flash. And
neither
that's
does Hatsu 5, but
down.
yeah, that's a nice kill going mid. Saving the jump for waiting for the flash. Really well executed by the Ka.
Yeah, very good gank. Knew that the Diana didn't have any vision down, just walks in straight behind.
Nope, and yeah, no flash on the Diana either. So basically, that's the kind of play that they need to get back into this. Because right now, I think that they are already at a substantial disadvantage.
But they happen to be ahead in gold, so
Yeah. Well, so I guess there goes that. It feels like it in my heart.
yeah, just because we know that Airdrake really needs to win early game in order to take this game. But the bot lane matchup, we see a huge CS lead coming out from Mystically, going up at 10 CS right now in 4 minutes. That's very substantial.
Really substantial, and we see basically the bot lane pushing for Airdrake. But Pickle Popper just bullying the crap out of I'm with Dingus. I'm with Dingus keeping up with farm and living, but getting some good damage down and really just shoving him into tower, which is kind of how the matchup's going to go for a while. At about like level 9, the Nasus can start ignoring the Scion's damage and start really going in.
Yeah, Ezreal gets the early shove in, goes back to base, picks up that tier right away. Good pickup for him. Sejuani's kind of just sitting in this bush. Not sure what she's doing.
She's looking to... Yeah, I don't know what she's trying to accomplish here. She's
going for a little bit of invade, getting vision down. Doesn't place any wards.
Nope, just strolling. But maybe going to take the Raptors, but I guess respecting it. Or going for a gank mid. Burn the Valk. Oh, but meanwhile in the top lane, Hatsu 5 is killing the map. Taking down Pickle Popper with, I guess, I'm with Dingus. Hatsu 5 playing like a man.
Yeah, off to a really good early start on this Kha'Zix.
Yeah, and okay, so I take it all back. They're looking pretty good. Getting a Kha'Zix 2-0 is what you want. That's pretty huge. So he's going to really like this first back of his. I guess it's his second back at this point. He's going to like what he gets.
Yeah, and if the bot lane... I was really expecting the Morgana Misfortune to have an advantage in this lane just because it's double ranged against the single range of the Ezreal Blitzcrank. Mm-hmm. But they seem to be just giving this Blitzcrank so much respect and not even going up to this wave.
Yeah, not even touching the wave and kind of conceding a little bit of CS, but I'd almost expect this kind of CS deficit no matter what the matchup was going to be with basically the skill difference between Arrow and Icicly. Arrow,
yeah,
a little bit, I think, like a silver player against Icicly, who's plat. So it's just a hard lane, but even still, respecting the Blitzcrank and not allowing the Blitzcrank to kind of make the plays that he needs to. So I think they're fine just kind of farming up.
Yeah, and even if there is a little bit of a CS differential, they still do have the late game, so that's what they're focusing.
Yeah, exactly. As long as they can kind of like stay in this. Impulse taking the blue buff. Yeah. Telling Hey Calvi, this ain't for you, this is for me.
Hey Calvi actually had a nice little roam down and got a ward on the Kha'Zix red buff. So they saw when he was doing that, and they actually know where he currently is.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can see the bot lane pushing up a little bit with this knowledge. And they're just actually going to just back off, shove it into tower, and kind of get some items and... Oh, or are they not? Do they have something else planned? Nope, they're going to stay.
Don't know. They're staying.
They're staying. All right, so everyone's making a liar out of me today. So
yeah,
that's okay.
I'm not going to do that to you. Don't worry.
Thanks, dog. Hamey Calvi buying the revolver. I like that as a pickup. Probably going Gunblade first. How do the new AP mage items... Oh, we have a gank going on in the top lane. Hey Soup 5. Going back for Pickle Popper. Ooh, stopping it.
Yeah, jumps in to stop the Scion ult.
Body blocking.
Gets the kill.
Impulse backing off. I'm with Dingus withering Pickle Popper.
Scion passive gets 1 CS.
Gets 1 CS.
At least it does something.
He does something. Yeah, but that's huge. This Kha'Zix is just absolutely destroying the map and just taking advantage of Pickle Popper and really not having vision down. If he's going to be playing so aggressively, he has to really respect this 3-0 Ka, who seems to be pitching a little bit of a tent. But meanwhile, we see Hamey Calvi trying to make a roam, but getting spotted out by Shoemaker, who does have the package. The package is inbound.
It is. I do want to go back to the top lane vision, though.
Yeah.
Pickle Popper does had a ward in the River Bush, had a ward in Tribush, had a ward in Blue Side Jungle. Like, there was a lot of vision down to see this Kha'Zix coming.
So
he might have just disrespected it and not been watching the minimap.
How good is your vision if you don't look at the minimap? That's the first step to vision.
actually paying attention to it.
The first step to vision is actually having sight. We love you, Pickle Popper.
Yeah, definitely. But the CS lead seems to be growing in the bot lane, up about 20 CS right now for Isikli, which in a lane I would expect the Ezreal Blitzcrank to lose.
Right.
So good on them for that.
Good on
It looks like they're rotating over to Dragon right now, and that should be freeze since the Brambleback bot lane did just base.
Yeah, and Hatsu 5 is just going to melt this thing. Just taking it out. But Impulse here, no one else really here to answer, although the Scion is coming down and might start the Scion train. But I think it's going to be too much too late. Too little too late.
Pickle Pop is just going on to Shoemaker, though. Gets a lot of poke damage onto him.
Yeah. That E damage from the Scion is so strong.
Then, after the Ocean Drake goes back, both teams seem to reset.
Yeah.
Go back to laning.
Going back to lane. Pickle Popper walking back up. Got a little bit of damage. They kind of had to concede the Drake, which is the right call, I think, at this point. With the kind of lead that the bot lane has and this Ka. But Diana coming up, trying to look for a play on this Nasus, maybe? Or just roaming up a little bit and just trying to...
I think she was going for the roam, but Pickle Popper might have called out that there was just too big of a wave for them to actually fight at it.
Yeah.
Also, Nasus was backing out at that point.
Mm-hmm.
On a side note, Nasus is currently at 135 stacks at 11 minutes, so on par for being a really good.
Some nice
stacking
damage
game
onto that Ezreal. Good binding by Frostbeat. But yeah, playing really well against the Scion matchup. He's going to be scaling, doing his job. He's going to become a monster in the late game. And be able to be that split push threat. We see a blitz roam. I think it's going to be called out. But we're also going to see a little bit of dive. The Ezreal dodging out the Morgana Q, but his E down.
Yeah, Blitzcrank might be a little bit caught out here. Sejuani, they know where he is. They go straight in for it.
There we go.
Kicker getting stunned up, knocked back.
Flash coming out.
Flashes out. Ooh, good flash by Calvi following up on that.
Yep.
Kills him with the Q.
Oh, nice cleanse. And a beautiful binding on Shoemaker, but it was he was too far under tower for them to really follow up, and I think they burned too much. But good proactive moves, and that's kind of what they need to do, is get some more kills on this Diana, and I guess just, I don't know, it's going to be a battle of assassins this game. This Kha'Zix and Diana are really getting big.
Yeah, so if the Nasus...
Getting called out, Frostbeat going in. And they're going to back off that. Not able to land the binding onto Isikli. Isikli being real good with his E's. Holding him. Seeing where the Morgana binding's going before he makes any drastic moves. But I like the proactive calls being made by Frostbeat, trying to use his ult, catching the Kha'Zix on the vision.
Yeah, the nice thing Team Airdrake has going for him is their carries are going to be really hard to get caught out because they all have jumps. They can get out of pretty much any situation. A lot of damage coming down on time with Dingus.
Yep.
Pickle Popper just going in on this Nasus.
It's a big
Nasus
tank fight.
ults, though.
Tank fight. Got ourselves a tank fight.
I mean, we're going to see some noodles getting slapped right here.
But here's another big noodle coming in. Noodle number 2. This noodle's al dente. He's firm. Freezing him up.
passive gets locked down.
And Pickle Popper.
And that's a dead Susan.
That is a dead Susan. That's what I like to see. All right. Pickle Popper getting back into this after getting repeat ganked by the Ka. Ka coming up to match. But, meanwhile, mid lane. Oh.
Pickle Popper staying under this turret.
Pickle Popper staying under turret, but mid lane being sieged. Everyone walking away from their respective towers. Basically trying to get another shot in, but...
So it seems like Airdrake made a call to rotate their bot lane up mid and 2v1 mid lane.
But meanwhile, Shoemaker's trying to make a play, solo play onto Arrow. And Arrow turning it around. Getting away. Also, more action in the mid lane. Alright. Getting a lot of damage, but the hook onto the
nice
Sejuani.
hook.
But Sejuani just able to walk away.
Yeah, action all over the map right now. Don't even know where to watch.
No.
So it does seem like Team Brambleback came out a little bit ahead just because they get to pressure their lanes now. I think it was a smart call to send the Corki 1v1 versus the Misfortune, but he dove a little bit too far. And now Shoemaker is rotating back up to defend this mid lane turret. They're also bringing the Nasus down. And the Scion. Everyone's coming mid except the Misfortune.
Scion slowing the Nasus. Are they going to try and make a play? They're catching the Nasus out and just absolutely popping them. Nasus totally caught out.
That was a lot of damage coming out from Hamey Calvi.
Yep. But Hamey Calvi pretty low on mana. I don't think they can really do much more. But it doesn't seem like there's that communication's there. Pickle Popper kind of deep, but I guess he's going to be able to walk right out of there.
I mean, and for Brambleback, that was a 4v5. Misfortune is still just shoving this bot lane turret. She should be able to get this unless Isically... Nope, he doesn't even have the ult, so... Oh, never mind. Arrow just going to back off.
Yep, just going to back off. Respect the lack of vision. If you can't see the Blitz and you can't see the Ezreal, it's probably just safe to back off. Probably a good call. Don't need to get too greedy.
No turrets down right now. Gold lead is pretty much even at this point.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah, another Ocean Dragon being on the table.
It's a good Drake. It's a solid Drake.
I mean,
it's a respectable Drake.
It's okay.
They're coming away with a hot off a win.
hot off a tie.
Hot off a tie. There was a win in there. We won a match. Didn't win the game, but we won a match. Contesting some Scuttle Vision.
What we haven't seen from Brambleback right now is some early plays from Impulse. Like, after the past two mid lane dives, he did really well, but earlier on, when he was level 5 through 7, there really wasn't any pressure he's been putting out.
No.
So
Hatsu 5 gonna go in on Impulse, unseen, but not really able to do as much damage as he wants to before. There we go. And Shoemaker comes and follows up. Yeah, Team Airdrake collapsing. I think that's going to give them some room to start up the dragon, or at least start contesting some vision.
yeah, I don't know if either team is going to really go for this Ocean Drake right now. I mean, Airdrake already has one, so they're feeling perfectly healthy in their lanes.
Mm-hmm.
They probably should just focus on trying to make more picks. Like, if Brambleback does go for this Ocean, then they can easily focus on down Pickle Popper and try to take top turret.
Yep.
But we see a little bit of a dive coming in top. Sejuani and Diana roaming up. This Nasus is straight under tower.
He's
Doesn't
crying, please help me. Nice ult by Impulse, locking him up and just making this tower dive easy. There we go, putting the kill on the Hamey Calvi. And meanwhile, Frostbeat getting the ult in, but they're just absolutely deleting Arrow. But they don't care. Frostbeat doesn't give a shit. He's taking him out. But taking the dive, getting dove on.
Yeah, so good response play coming out from Airdrake. Noticing that was 3v1 top. They tried to make a play bottom. Unfortunately, Isically doesn't survive, which is where most of their damage is going to be coming from. And they end up losing top turret pretty much for free.
Yep. But Pickle Popper making a good, strong comeback with the help of some of these dives and roams from Hamey Calvi and this is Sejuani.
Yeah, Hamey Calvi really playing out of his mind right now. 4-1 on this Diana.
He's been performing
in a losing matchup.
He's been performing so well this season, especially on Assassins. I'm going to be interested next game if we're going to see him on maybe either a different Assassin, if they're going to try and push him off to something he's not as comfortable with, or if we're just going to see some more Diana.
Yeah, I have no idea. I wonder if Airdrake will probably focus more bans on Hamey Calvi instead of Frostbeat. But after that, we have a little hiatus. Teams are resetting, getting some vision, taking some jungle camps.
Yep, passing over
Amy Kelly
buffs.
picking up a blue buff.
Keckrator going back. I think, I guess, I'm still worried about Team Air Drake. I feel like at this point, they're down. I mean, they're about even in gold, but being even in gold isn't really where they want to be right now.
Yeah, that Sejuani front line is going to be massive.
The Sejuani Scion front line, there's just so much dive, and they're going to be going in so deep and providing so much peel for the carries. Ooh.
Oh. A little bit of a fight in the bot lane. Heisu 5 takes a fight he probably can't win and just ends up ulting out.
Yep.
Bindings from Frostbeat just barely missing on everybody.
Yep.
If any of these bindings meet or hit, like any of these carries are gonna die. There's a lot of damage coming out from Arrow and Calvi.
But meanwhile, mid lane, Amy Calvi getting a lot of damage on his Shoemaker, and they're grouping to try and take this tower. And I think it's just gonna fall.
There's one hit left.
It's gonna fall.
Yeah, that's gone. Huge push coming in bot lane from Air Drake, though. Getting good amount of damage onto this turret.
Yep, but backing off just because Brambleback's calling in the cavalry. They have the pain train of Scion. They don't have vision of him right now.
Nasus does have TP up, though.
Ooh, but Hatsu 5's looking to make a pick. He's got a lot of damage, and he's playing this flank game pretty dangerously.
Calvin jumps straight onto Shoemaker. It does a lot of damage. Shoemaker has to go back to base. Flash hook from the Keckrator just misses the misfortune.
Yep.
A little unfortunate there. And with the 5-man push in the bot lane from Brambleback, it just gives Susan time to stack up these waves. He's at about 300 stacks right now at 22 minutes, which is really, really strong for him.
And just forcing down this tower and really focusing down Icically. Amy Calvi getting the kill.
Yeah.
Keckrator getting the kill back. Flashing forward, stunning him up, and Pickle Popper just kind of helping clean up this dive. Meanwhile, top lane, Nasus doing his best to try and kind of salvage this, but backing off, respecting what just happened in the bot lane. Rest in peace.
Yeah, Brambleback knew it was a 5v4, and they just pulled the trigger and went in for a dive, showing off their team fight comp. They came out with 3 kills to their 1 death on Arrow, and get a turret and a dragon off of it. So well played by them.
Yeah. Yep, getting this dragon for free. Gonna be trading Drakes. Gonna both have Ocean Drake. It's not gonna matter a whole lot.
Dingus noticing a big stack in the in the mid lane, walks over, takes that turret for free.
But meanwhile, catching I'm with Dingus flashing, and pulling back. Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Dead dog.
That dog.
Oh,
baby. A lot of damage.
Calvi.
Holy shit. Didn't see that one coming. But yeah, being able to get the return kill. But I guess getting something for that, I wouldn't quite say worth.
I mean, the Nasus was dead either way, and I guess the Kazas got shut down and the Diana got shut down, so it was kind of even. But at least they slow down the map and give Isically a little bit of time in the bot lane just to farm up, shove the waves in, just kind of reset the map.
Yep, reset, refight over vision. So what I want to talk about is the new item, the I want to go fast with AP item that Amy Calvi's building. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. I haven't even really seen anyone build it because I also haven't played a whole ton of games recently. But I'm excited to see how it plays. Ooh, but Impulse making the play. Holding onto the ult and nailing Shoemaker, but Shoemaker getting the cleanse. But at that point, it's too late. I think Amy Calvi's got that cleaned up. Impulse pulling the trigger and making a really good play there. And Keckrator...
Yeah, it's good ult coming out.
Yep, Keckrator going to be able to walk away. But damn, A nice flank over the wall, clearing the vision, and just taking advantage of Shoemaker just being a little too far up with not enough vision.
Yeah, Shoemaker being a little bit greedy this game. Also started out with the coal as his first item, which is a little bit disrespectful for to your lane matchup, because now Calvi's just on a rampage.
Yep, Frostbeat laying down some beats on this Hot Soup 5. Hot Soup 5. It's a good name. That's really fun to say.
Hot Soup 5?
Hot Soup 5. I'm with Dingus, doing a little bit of counter jungling. He's deep. No one seems to really know where he is. Sion,
Nobody at all.
Sion pinged the MIA.
Like, I don't know where this guy is.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Oh, found him.
Yep. But meanwhile, oh my god,
Nice hook.
great hook by the Kekerator. Pulling back Hamey Calvi. Absolutely beautiful. Hatsu 5 gonna clean that up and just sit on his face. Oh. That was a great hook. That's the hook you want to see.
Laps coming down from Team Air Drake. And now they get the mid lane priority too, shoving down.
Yeah, this is gonna be huge. And
Misfortune's dead, Diana's dead. One thing we didn't actually talk about is there is little to no wave clear on the side of Brambleback. If they lose a member or two members, how are they even going to defend the tower? They really can't.
I don't know. I mean, I think that Sion, Morgana give pretty good secondary wave clear, while the Misfortune doesn't really give the best of wave clear by herself. I think that there's enough to help supplement against Hamey Calvi, so lack thereof.
Well, I mean, a Sion does a little bit, but against Baron minions, if Air Drake does get a Baron, towers are just going to straight up drop unless Impulse can get an engage.
Ooh, but Frostbeat hopping the wall and trying to make the play, but still ulting I'm with Dingus. But I'm with Dingus kind of just staying in there.
Frostbeat's dead to this Nasus.
Yeah, he was
good hook on the arrow.
Making the plays. Holy shit.
Teleport comes in behind. Hamey Calvi jumping in.
Trying to pop Shoemaker.
Gets him.
Turning the fight around. Holy shit. Hamey Calvi coming up big. Really, the fight doesn't start till Hamey Calvi arrives. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Icicle still trying to get down this bottom tower. And he's not
going to do any damage to this Sion.
He's not gonna get this tower. He doesn't do any damage. And this is just gonna open up mid tower for Team Brambleback.
Yeah, so that fight started out really, really well for Air Drake. They got a couple of picks, picked off the Misfortune, and I think it was the Frostbeat, right?
Yeah, Frostbeat got picked off as well.
And then Hamey Calvi just comes in from the backline and wipes everyone.
Yep. Hot Soup 5 saying, "This is my jungle, please get out."
Hey, look, they left.
Yep, they left. But they're going to have a lot of vision on this Baron. It's going to be really hard for this Air Drake team to kind of walk up and say that they want to contest this with the kind of lack of engage that they have. It's really going to fall on Kekerator to be making the plays and getting the picks that they need.
But at this point, is it even enough? Calvi's already 3 items in. Even if you start a fight, he can just jump straight into the backline. They don't have any peel for the Corki or the Ezreal.
No. See, this is this is what we were saying before with their comp. And one of the things we were afraid of. But yeah, Spellbinder right now 89 stacks. Calvi's getting ready to pop off again. I just want to kind of watch his usage of it. I didn't really pay too much attention to it last fight, but I'm sure it had a big deal with why Hamey Calvi was able to do as much damage and get to where he was.
And maybe we'll see something now. Infernal Drake coming up in 1 second. Nasus getting a little bit caught up. Slowed down. Sion ulting in.
Nice flash, but he's flashing into too many. But getting peeled off. Nasus is able to slap and really focus down Hamey Calvi.
Diana's down.
Diana's down. But
that's all their gold.
That's what they're looking for.
Hot Soup 5 jumping on the Misfortune.
Yep, Misfortune dying to Hot Soup 5.
Down.
But Sion, all this sloppy fight, Sion able to take him down, but Frostbeat is going down.
Yeah, and that's 4 for 1 in favor, or 4 for 2 in favor of Air Drake.
Yep,
and they're just going to be able to shove down bot
and able to get some more gold onto Icicle. Icicle was 0-2 before this fight. that was huge for him. He kind of needed a little something to push him into this late game. Give him a little something.
Yeah, so Kekerator coming up huge there, getting the grab onto Hamey Calvi, silences him, doesn't allow him to do anything, and then the Diana just goes down.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see a Zonius coming out from Calvi just to give that couple extra seconds for his team to help out if he does get picked off.
Yep, and pinging the dragon. I think this Ocean Drake's going to go over to them. Going to make a pit stop, wreck the jungle, but Sion's saying, no, I want this. And he takes it. Basically not pleased.
Yeah, Icically missing that last auto attack on the blue buff. Sion takes it with a Q.
Yep. Meanwhile, dragon being taken and secured while Sion's trying to have his way. But very sneakily, they're trying to make a play on Baron.
Pickle Popper is not there. Team Air Drake knows it's happening. They're running straight towards it.
And I think they're gonna peel off. Impulse peeling off and letting the carries take too much damage. They're gonna totally have to peel off, and this might even be Baron for Air Drake. Ooh, scary hook by Kekerator.
Pickle Popper, in a little bit of a bad situation, catches out the Kazakhs and then just walks away.
Yeah. He's big boned. He'll be okay. He can take some hits.
He's pretty beefy.
Yep.
Fight coming out.
Yep.
Barky starting off with the package.
Yep.
Nass is in the middle of Brambleback, just getting poked down.
Tanking it all down, but Calvi...
Onto Diana.
Yeah, but Calvi just diving onto 3 of them and not able to really deal enough damage for them. Impulse trying to disengage this fight. I think right now they really want to try and disengage and not let Kekerator make any grabs. If Kekerator can make a grab... oh! Yeah, I just don't think that they have enough damage right now to be taking out Hatsu 5, and they're all running real low on health.
Yeah, the carries from Air Drake are super healthy right now. But it seems like they're just going to try to reset, gain vision over the Baron pit, and back off.
I think that makes sense. As someone that has thrown many a time at Baron...
we didn't watch that recently, don't worry.
No, it's okay. You can tune in every week and we might throw a Baron. The odds are we will. But, yeah, I think that's probably a safe play. They evened out the gold.
Exactly even right now.
Yep, exactly even. And got some more vision. This is a great game. This is what I like to see. 2 very different team comps. A lot riding on Kekerator, and Kekerator really performing.
Yeah, he's been doing very well to catch out Calvi. Or Calvi hasn't been positioning best enough to avoid the hooks.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we have Calvi just kind of doing this bot lane thing. But they're pinging out Baron. He has teleport and is able to join them when he desires to.
So I think this is going to be really good for Air Drake. If Calvi does get a teleport in, he's going to be behind the carries. Mm-hmm. So he won't be the main focus of Kekerator.
Yes. And
it will just be able to dive straight onto the back line.
And actually able to get a turret, and it's just going to kind of walk away from the Nasus. But I think that... We'll see.
Teleporting into the fight.
Oh, Impulse... Going forward, just really pressuring Icically and Shoemaker up, but taking a ton of damage. Hamey Calvi getting the... Holy shit, that's what I like to see.
Icically got blown up.
Oh my god. He made the play, and Impulse nailing Corki Cleanse Burned in the last fight. And just absolutely wrecking them. But Hatsu 5 is trying to do his part. He's cleaning it up. Whew.
Yeah. So that ends up being 4 for 2 in the favor of Brambleback. Hamey Calvi having a TP back behind the tri-bush on the red side for Brambleback.
Oh,
and just
Hamey Calvi says, I want you.
Going in for more.
Yeah, he's hungry. And they're going to get this tower, too.
Unfortunately, they don't seem to have enough damage to actually attempt the Baron right now, which is probably smart since Kha'Zix is still up, and he does put out a significant amount of damage to people who are low. But they'll just shove in mini waves and, reset after that fight.
Also, Sejuani, I guess, Impulse has been spot on with his ults, nailing mostly Shoemaker and either burning his cleanse or then just killing him with his ult. Liking the play. I'm a little salty I haven't gotten to play any Sejuani, but it'll happen one of these days.
One of these times.
One of these days.
I mean, I'm still upset that Tom didn't get to play Garen, but
aren't we all?
that's just me.
Hashtag free the Garen.
Hashtag free the Garen. Yeah. Damn. Hatsu 5 coming out 10-1 and 2 on this Kha'Zix. I'm very excited to see the damage charts. It looks like they're just starting up the Baron right now. Melting it.
Yep. So
Hatsu 5 smited.
Yeah.
It looks like it's smited.
Maybe. Impulse was
Impulse
spotted
up.
bottom and they just Oh, and Kekkara gained the grab on a pickle popper, but I guess they're just gonna respect that because they don't want that. That was a little more than they wanted.
Arrow is sitting in base, AFK. Not sure. Oh, there it is.
All right, so we have a pause.
Oh, yeah, we have a pause coming out.
Yeah.
Hot Soup 5 may have disconnected.
Hot Soup 5? I think Arrow disconnected.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Arrow's sitting in base. All right. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm gonna throw on some talking music. But yeah, I guess we have some time to kill.
Yeah, this game has been very intense so far. Going back, I really want to see Golden Graph for this game because it's been super swingy.
It's been super swingy. I mean, you can look. If you look at the gold here, we have 13k on the Kha'Zix. It's just pretty sizable. I mean, he's like basically an item up on the ADC. Okay, we're back. All right, Arrow's back. I wonder when he DC'd and if that's going to have a big impact on this team fight. Or that last team fight.
I didn't actually notice he was in base until the Baron was started.
Yeah.
So if his computer crashed before, then, I mean, it's just bad on Brambleback for not pausing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anyone saying that was going to be the difference maker. We'll hear about it maybe more afterwards. But yeah, we'll see. I guess he's back, though. He's back and ready to play.
Yeah. So, another Infernal Drake coming up after in about 20 seconds.
Another Infernal
I'm assuming
Drake.
there's going to be...
This is first Infernal Drake.
First Infernal Drake.
Is it Infernal Drake or...
I thought it was two Oceans, one Infernal before, right? No, this is Elder.
Yeah,
oh my god, there's a spectator bug.
Holy Toledo. Don't trust your eyes.
You definitely do not.
Alright. Kekkara making the flank play. Knocking him up. Just kind of slapping him around. But right now... Yeah, Air has the inside track for this base with Baron buff. They're gonna say
that's just gonna be a dead turret.
Yeah, they're gonna say I don't care about your Elder Drake. We just want this tower.
Oh, Pickle Popper ulting straight into a wall.
Yep, that's okay. Been able to cleanly get away. Really nice to have that mobility. Oh,
Nass is getting caught out.
Sorry about that.
That's...
Sejuani
ult going down onto the Corki.
Yep, but Icically might be caught out. We'll see. He can probably slip away.
Oh my god. A lot of damage coming down onto Arrow. Shoemaker just jumps in on one shot to the misfortune. A little bit of a sloppy fight coming out.
Sloppy fight? Oh, okay. There we go. Nice little catch there. Icically flashing away. Kekkarator making the kill, or making the pull.
Yeah, Shoemaker getting out with a triple kill right now. Putting out tons of damage. Nobody even trying to focus him. Yeah, Misfortune and the Diana are down. They're not going to be able to defend this base. They have a lot of minions pushing out for Team Air. Both of these inhibitors are probably going to go down.
Yeah. And I think that they need to be careful right now. Hot Soup 5 and Icically are going to be able to do a lot of damage. And Kekkarator pulling Impulse back in there and just slaying him. And
this could just be game.
This very well could be game.
Yeah, that minion wave from the top lane is huge right now.
Yeah.
One hook onto the Misfortune, and that's over.
Oh, a lot of damage by Arrow. Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Great by Pickle Popper, locking him up.
Perfectly.
Arrow back in the game. He's saying, I'm not DC'd anymore. I'm here to play. I want to play League of Legends. But, again, too little, too late. Their base is in shambles. The Drake's going to go over to Air. This could be just one more team fight.
Yeah. Nass is pretty much soloing this Elder Drake.
What
Gets help from Isically and Hot Soup 5.
What does Brambleback need to do to get back? I mean, to, I guess, stall this out. Who are they targeting?
They have to target Shoemaker and Isically. All the damage coming out there. If they can get a pick from the Morgana, then they're definitely going to be able to slow it out. So maybe a Fnatic Death Push. I'm with Dingus has shown a tendency for over pushing. Like right now, he's just in the bot lane by himself, and his team yells at him with pings.
He's playing his own game.
He is playing his own game, which is a little concerning if you're on Air Drake right now.
It is. Because right now... Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he gets picked out, and then there's nothing Air Drake can do to actually win a fight.
No. And Hatsu 5 kind of trying to escort him out of there. Or escort them back in. They do have this, they do have the, what is it, not Infernal Drake, the Elder Drake, that really old Drake.
Super ancient Drake.
Super old.
Yeah, but they have 2 inhibitors down in the mid lane, top lane. They can just walk these minions in. Impulse is looking for a flank. Has to be a little bit careful, though, because his team isn't there to actually support him.
You gotta respect Kekerator, though, too. Because if Kekerator can make that pull...
Looks like they're going in for a fight, but just clearing the mini wave.
Yep, just clearing.
Can't actually do anything.
No.
Yeah. Brambleback really needs to send Calvi or Pickle Popper top lane to clear out that mini wave. And mid lane. Luckily, they're able to wait out the Baron buff, so they no longer have to deal with those minions.
No.
But Baron is back in a minute 30.
Baron's back in a minute 30, and they still have to deal with this newly rebuffed Elder Drake. Does a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
And it gives them a lot of regen. Oh, but Sion making the play. He's getting on there. Ooh.
Good E from the Ezreal.
Oh.
Takes the... Yeah.
There we go. Shoemaker popping Hamey Calvi, but Arrow's still safe and still be able to do some damage, but clearing wards more. Kind of leaving Pickle Popper out there to dry. And Hatsu 5 is just going to wreck. Ooh! Holy shit. I think Pickle Popper did a lot of damage there, but I think... Okay. Basically cleaning it up.
Arrow stepping up a little bit too far to go onto the Nasus.
Yeah.
Basically just jumping in. And the mini waves just taking out both of the
It wasn't going to
Nexus
matter
guards.
anyways.
Yeah.
Impulse being a good sport, sacrificing himself for the team, showing I can die too, guys. But this is going to be a big W coming out for Team Air Drake.
And 27-27 in kills.
Which is...
What a game.
That was a hell of a game. That was super close for such a long time.
Yeah. I'm very curious if that DC didn't come in. We'll have to go look back at that. If that DC didn't come in, would that Baron have gone down? Because that did seem like the major turning point. I mean, Air Drake had been winning a little bit in fights. But then again, Brambleback had a 4-2 team fight around the same time. So
Right. Yeah.
It's really hard to say.
Hard to tell. Maybe we can find out a little bit more about that in the interviews and post-game. But for now, we're going to go and take a 5-minute break and just kind of reset and get into the next game.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. time machines, don't we? Those that take us back are memories, and those that carry us forward are dreams.
Oh yeah. Play that horn, baby. Come on. I was born in 1924. The sound of swing beating at the door. Shining shoes on the ballroom floor. I stepped into my time machine, danced onto a different scene, beyond my very wildest dreams. Password and fingerprints, legal high and spy drinks, electric cars and push-up bras. Step into my time machine. Online porn, secret code, honey money shot and a hot down low, smartest phone and a flying drone. Time machine, step into my time machine, time machine, time machine. Time machine, step into my time machine, time machine, time machine. Step into my time machine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Hope you enjoyed the break. So it sounds like the DC from Arrow caused some big interruptions, but I don't know. We'll see. Comms weren't working, so it was kind of hard for them to communicate. But yeah, I mean, I think we are ready to get into game. And yeah, Eric, can you tell me a little bit more about what you want to see from them, Brambleback, in this next game, aside from less DCs?
A little bit less DCs, but I think Brambleback had a very, very strong team. I'm not really sure. I think they could have actually won that game if they had played a little bit smarter in the mid to late game and, didn't have that ADC DC. I do want to see Arrow on a different pick than the Misfortune. He didn't seem to have the biggest output. Like a couple of the end team fights, he did a lot of damage with his ultimate, but if he has that beefy front line of the Scion and the Sejuani, I kind of want to see him on something like a Jinx, the hyper carry that can just sit back or an auto attack.
Mm-hmm. And how do you think that's going to help his laning phase? I guess what would Frostbeat need to play to kind of supplement that and keep him safe to get him there?
Yeah, I mean, the Morgana is always a strong pick to help out, but you need to really be on point with that Black Shield. But I mean, never mind. They just banned out the Taric. That's the next thing I was going to say. Or another tanky champion like the Braum to block anything coming in to poke him down. Yeah, the matchup in the bot lane seems a little bit one-sided towards Isically and Kekerator, but
that was kind
if
of
they
to
can
be
survive
expected.
that, yes, exactly. But you're going to be behind, right? So
true.
My mind is might as well play a losing matchup so you can try to catch up later on.
Mm-hmm. Also, what I really want to see is, I guess,
Come back stronger.
I'm with Dingus has been. I keep on going back to him, but I'm with Dingus has been a really hard player for people to deal with because they think that if they ban the Shen, that he becomes a much easier to deal with player. But they keep on leaving up the Nasus, and his Nasus now has a lot of games. And he's been playing super solid and able to kind of play this similar like split push style. And none of the top laners really seem to be able to abuse that.
Yeah, he had a really big impact in that game. He stacked very well and was putting out a lot of damage in those team fights. Mm-hmm. There were a couple of times where he was off by himself and he did get picked off by the Blitzcrank. And we see the Nasus pick right now.
Nasus pick now, but also the Vel'Koz pick before. I think it's going to be a Vel'Koz support. I think this is a Frostbeat special.
Yeah, it might give Arrow enough space in the lane that he needs. If Frostbeat can land enough poke down on Kekerator and Isically, I think that could just be what they need.
I think they might even just try and play the AP carry Frostbeat. He's just going to be the man doing the damage. And Kha'Zix coming out for Hot Soup 5. They're just saying, we don't really need to change anything. You're not going to force us to change anything, so we can just play the same comp again.
Yeah, Hatsu 5 had a really good game. He was 10-1 at one point. I'm not sure what he was in the end. I think it was like 12-2 the final. That is ridiculous scoreline for a Kazakhs.
And
Sejuani coming out for Impulse.
yep. Ooh, the Darius hover. This is what I want to see.
Could it be?
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
the dunk master, Pickle Popper getting a dunk, a pentadunk, with the man in solo queue or duo queue or some kind of queue that he posted to the Facebook group.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. He got a pentacle. Go buy the man a skin. But this is what I want to see. I want to see something that can really abuse the Nasus, and this is something that can do that.
Unfortunately, though, Nastus has the Wither. Kha'Zix puts out a lot of damage. If the Darius doesn't get ahead early and or disrespects where the Kha'Zix is on the map, he's going to get ganked a lot, and the Kha'Zix is going to get super fed off of Pickle Popper.
Yeah, and also the Malzahar pick coming out. Just a really strong champ right now. The new AP items make him absurd. He was really strong before.
Think what I could
And the Cassiopeia ban coming down against Hamey Calvi. I didn't know if that was a champion that he played. Maybe that was a panic ban.
I think it might have been a panic ban. I don't even remember Calvi saying he's ever played Cassiopeia before.
I don't think so. But a very strong champion right now. Taking away the Ezreal though. Okay, so it's not gonna be the same game. We have a Malzahar. We're not gonna see an Ezreal. What do you think we're gonna see from Icically?
Honestly, I have no idea. The man can play 1,000 champs. He really prefers short range AD carries, if that makes sense. He likes to get in your face and do damage.
Sure.
I guess Ezreal's more of a poke champ, but
my lifetimes would have brightened your day.
And the Lux ban. I don't know if they're expecting Hamey Calvi to be playing that, or maybe they're expecting the Vel'Koz to be going mid.
Hamey Calvi
Wait.
does play a good amount of Vel'Koz, and that was something he played last season in a couple of games.
Yeah.
So they might actually be expecting that to be a mid. But why would they ban a support and...
Maybe they're just...
Yeah, I'm just confused.
Yeah, I'm just a little confused. I think they're a little confused.
And maybe they do know it's a support ban. They're just banning mid lane champs right now. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Picking away the Morgana from Frostbeat. It adds to the pick potential. They just have a lot of really good single target CC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leaving Sickly to have the last pick. And there it is, the Xerath. I was going to say, if you're going to pick or ban out a champion from Calvi, it's either got to be that Diana or that Xerath.
Yep. I mean, you already got the Talon ban. So we're going to see a really long-range comp from them. Vel'Koz and
Yeah.
Xerath, really artillery champions. And the ADC here, I guess, to kind of...
Kind of want to see Zaya.
Ooh, I'd like to see a Xayah, or even like an Ashe, or just something. Oh, we get to see the Xayah.
There it is.
Oop, there it is. Nice call.
Yeah, a good front line coming in from the Sejuani and Darius. And then a crap ton of poke coming out from the Xerath and Vel'Koz. And Zaya there, just auto attack, spread some feathers, and provide a lot of utility and damage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, overall, pretty good comp coming out.
Yeah, I've been really happy with the way Team Brambleback has been drafting and the way that they...
Oh, no.
Oh!
There it is!
This man wants a highlight. This man is saying, I want a highlight reel. Somebody make me a combo video. Put it on YouTube.
Yeah. Basically saying, we know you won last game, or we won last game, and it might have been asterisk, but this game will put you in the dumpster.
Yeah. That's a statement. But, yeah. Damn, that's what I like to see. But it also doesn't really help with their comps so much. I guess they're really just looking to burst down one target. They're going to get that Malzahar and just really hope to pop someone, I guess, getting it onto any of the carries.
Yeah, so they pretty much have the same comp. And the Morgana fills the same niche as the Blitzcrank does, except instead of pulling the target towards you, I mean, it's just stationary for a little bit longer. And she provides a lot more safety in lane, which the Vayne really needs, especially into a pokey champion like the Vel'Koz.
Right.
The Black Shield's going to be huge against the Sejuani ultimates and engages that are going to come out. Impulse showed that when he had the opportunity, he could engage. I just really think we need to see, if Brambleback wants to win this game, we need to see more out of Impulse early on. His clear wasn't the best, and he ended up pretty low, actually, after taking his second buff. And then he couldn't actually help out if the Kazakhs did invade or try to gank top lane or mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, along with that, I think it'll help if Pickle Popper looks at his map. He had he had a lot of good vision, and he went down 0-2 pretty early in that game when really I don't know if there was a reason to. And it kind of helped slingshot Hot Soup 5 ahead and really gave him the ability to dictate the pace of the game.
Yeah, Pickle Popper not doing the best. I wouldn't even say controlling vision. It's just map awareness.
Oh yeah, his vision control is fine. His words are out. He was doing that. But I mean, as we saw later into the game, he became a lot more dominant, had a lot more presence in the top lane, making some really good plays, some really good dives. I just want to see more of that, and then a little more looking at the mini map.
Yeah, so the Sejuani really should focus towards counter ganking that top lane. I mean, it's not even all Pickle Popper's fault. Like, it is a team game. If anybody sees that Kazakhs on the minimap, they have to warn you.
Absolutely.
You know? So he might be the one to die, but is the blame fully on him?
No,
probably
absolutely not. We're just hard on our boy. We love him. It's tough.
Yeah,
love.
we want to see a pentakill on the Darius this game.
We do. But
all the dunks.
Also, something I want to talk about is the Malzahar pick is usually really hard to deal with. But in my opinion, I think that Xerath and Vel'Koz do absurdly well into it. They just have really easy ways of popping his CC immunity shield, and then can kind of just poke him out and still deal a butt ton of damage from a distance. So that really, unless he has Flash or Ghost or some way to force his engage upon you, it becomes a lot harder for him.
Yes, but at the same point, that's not really what the Malzahar is going to be doing this game. The Malzahar's main job is pretty much protect the Vayne. Silence off any of those tanks coming in, stun them up, or I guess, yeah, it's a stun with your gaze. The ultimate, don't let the Darius come near the Vayne. She'll just be able to sit there, auto attack, move around the fight.
Yeah,
and she should be able to dodge out of the Xerath and the Vel'Koz poke to be healthy enough to deal with this front line.
Yeah, I think that Darius is going to have a really hard time getting onto the Morgana, or onto the Vayne, sorry. And we are starting to get into load-in screen, but I think that he'll have a lot easier time dealing with the Nasus split push, and might really be able to kind of snowball that if I'm with Dingus doesn't get help.
Yeah. So what I really want to see out of Brambleback is them basically grouping earlier. Just, even if they don't have turrets down the top bot lane, just siege somewhere, because you have so much poke and they don't have any sustain. So all you have to do is group up a little bit, throw down some poke, and you'll be able to dive with Sejuani after you hit level 6.
Yeah. And then Isaac needs to be a big player in this. He's saying, if you're picking Vayne, you're saying that you're going to be the big part of this team, that you're going to be the carry. So I want to see him actually do that. We saw him play really well last game, but he didn't quite have the big...
Well, I mean, he didn't need to. Hot Soup 5 was popping off.
It was the Hot Soup 5 show. It's a good show to watch.
It was a pretty good show to watch, not going to lie.
Yep. All right, we're just waiting for... this fog of war on the map to clear up, and we will send it right over.
One little interesting thing. Shoemaker is running the unsealed spellbook, so he'll be able to swap out that heal for a teleport later in the game. Yeah, a lot of pings from Team Airdrake towards that bot side. Doesn't look like they're rushing anything, just kind of playing a little bit more defensive.
Yep, playing the line of scrimmage. I don't know if they're going to want to invade with Keck Raider, or maybe they're just going to wait and stack their invade here, hoping that someone will walk into them.
Yeah, it looks like Brambleback is just hoping somebody walks into this bush, which probably is not going to happen.
Nope, then they're just going to play it line of scrimmage style, play safe, but...
Frostbeat get that 10 gold with 1 auto attack. Feels good.
Love me some money.
Hot Soup 5 actually looks like going to start the red buff, switching it up a little bit. I'm curious if he's going to go straight from the red buff into the opponent's blue buff. Kha'Zix can do that, and it's really, really strong for him. So,
Yeah.
who knows?
Who knows? I'd like to see some spice. Give me some sugar. Give me some spice. Everything nice. Maybe maybe Greg will look at his words, or Pickle Popper. That'd be nice.
Pickle Popper did not end up boarding the blue buff, so they won't see if the Kha'Zix goes through this invade.
Nope.
But Sejuani did get super low on during the first game when she cleared out. So maybe Kha'Zix just gets a free kill here after camping that, going to camp the next buff.
Yep. Impulse just going along, doing his thing, getting a solid leash. Yep, Kha'Zix not gonna try and go from Raptors to blue. He might try and invade him at his blue buff, but we'll see.
Calvi shoving in his lane a little bit.
Ooh, we see a dunk match. Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. It was just putting down a little bit of defensive vision to make sure they know where the Kha'Zix is. They don't actually see him. Kha'Zix ends up going the same clear as last time, red race to blue.
And we're seeing this Darius kind of doing the damage early, as you kind of expect. Bullying him out a little bit. Getting that CS advantage.
In the bot lane, though, a lot of poke comes down. Frostbeat getting Isically in his W, knocks him forward. Arrow follows up with QW. And Isically just has to blow both his summoners to stay alive.
Yep. Hatsu5 sitting on a ward, trying to help out his boy. Saying, I can help you. If you're going to carry this game, I can help you. But yeah, just Isically getting pounded by the Vel'Koz. Meanwhile, Pickle Popper just shoving in Nasus, but can do so pretty safely, knowing that Hot Soup was spotted bottom side.
Yeah, Hatsu 5 being spotted.
But coming for a return, not being spotted this time. Coming around for the return gank. Oh, he's very sneaky.
Isically doesn't have any summoners, though.
Nope.
Has to be super careful.
Ooh, but really just pounded onto the Xayah. But Vel'Koz trying to make the most of it, and now getting he's in the wrong place. But Pickle Popper flashing. Basically, going to be able to kite this out. Apprehend should be down for a little while longer, and flash down. Yep, just going to be able to walk away. But nice teleport. This is going to really cost him a lot of lane pressure, I think, that he had. But basically able to get out of there.
Yeah, since First Blood did go over to Isically, though, it's really good for that Vayne just to get a little bit off the ground rolling.
Oh, yeah.
And it also allows for a lot of pressure to be relieved from I'm with Dingus. Just having that free lane to catch back up and farm.
Yeah, I mean, it gives, and also just gives Isically some time to get, I guess, just go heal up. He just got, maybe this time he will be able to dodge a little bit more of the Vel'Koz poke. He should be able to, and just having that early pickaxe is gonna, I guess, help him do that. Let him push into tower and maybe roam a little bit, or just straight up get kills.
One thing that's really nice right now is Frostbeat actually stayed in lane, shoved the lane up, so Isically gets to pretty much freeze it and has to go back. So Xayah really gets left out to dry. Doesn't get any CS out of this next two waves. And yeah, it's just forced off wave. A little bit of bad communication coming out. The support being a little bit greedy, wanting to carry the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that CS lead that Xayah had built up is now gone away.
Darius coming back to lane, or was in lane. Nasus back in lane. We'll see kind of how this seems to go after Darius getting a kill. It seems like the lane is his. It's going to kind of stay that way for the rest of the game. Or at least until Nasus stacks up enough and says, I don't care.
Eventually, Nasus will be able to beat out the Darius split push, but it'll come after a couple of items.
Yeah.
For now, Darius will have the advantage. Kha'Zix is topside though.
He is topside. Pickle Popper. Ooh. Getting those 5 stacks of, what was it? Hemorrhage?
Hemorrhage. Yep.
Hemorrhage, yeah. Onto Nasus. It's a ton of damage. We're seeing the level 6 from the Malzahar. I really want to see Hatsu 5 trying to come in for the gank onto Hamey Calvi and try and snowball that Malzahar.
I want to see a dive right now from Pickle Popper onto this Nasus.
But Shoemaker,
Sejuani.
coming up. Nope. Shoemaker turning around. Everyone's kind of letting this top lane be top lane.
Shoemaker hitting that scrying plant, sees Impulse actually walking up to try to dive on him. I'm with Dingus. Good spot out though.
Yep. Bot lane, yeah. Bot lane Arrow keeping up in CS and just really just shoving Icicly under tower. Which is how Icicly wants to play it. He just wants to play it pretty safe. He's going to wait till he has 2 items, then he's going to try and poop on you. Straight up. I think that's like words from the man himself. That's the game.
Yeah, let's hope he has a big enough of a front line to actually
Let's hope his mechanics
be able to do that.
Let's hope he's got the mechanics to do it. I want to see.
I mean, we know he has the mechanics to do it.
That's true. But I mean, sometimes knees weak, palms are sweaty, vomit on a sweater already.
Cat spaghetti.
Mom
Wait,
spaghetti.
did I mess that up?
Some mom spaghetti.
I thought it was vomit on this cat. All right, never mind.
Ooh, Frostbeak.
Good amount of coke going down.
Yep. Frostbeak just laying down the damage. Frostbeak gonna hit 6 pretty soon. I'd be interested if he's just gonna pop that ult almost immediately and just try and just kill Kekrator straight up. Ooh, apprehend on I'm with Dingus. Pickle Popper just trading heavily.
Yeah, and he shoved up very far. Doesn't know where Hot Soup 5 is.
Nope, doesn't know where Hatsu 5 is. He is not warding right now.
Not at all. We haven't actually seen much of Hot Soup 5 this game.
No.
Both junglers in, actually.
I think that Impulse has been doing a pretty good job either being around where he might be. Oh, but right now we're seeing a ping. Hatsu 5 come in. Icicly getting knocked up, but he gets the black shield. Condemning.
They don't win this.
Damn. Great condemn by Icicly. Popping that Vel'Koz. And Arrow just has to run away, trying to snare up everyone. But Kekrator nailing that.
Dunko.
Dunk Master. Dunk Master's a little too late. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, sorry. But meanwhile in mid lane, Impulse makes the play onto the Malzahar. Great. And putting the kill onto Hamey Calvi. So, good to see Impulse kind of trading kills, trading his presence around the map. Malzahar should have backed off, I guess, with the knowledge that there are so many bottom, and if they didn't have vision of Impulse.
Why is Pickle Popper still in this lane? He teleported in, didn't get much, but I mean, unless they're going for a dragon right now, he should really be back matching this
He
Nasus.
should be, but he's not. He just wants to shove it in. He wants to get a CS. He's got the highest CS in the game right now. Playing a bit greedy, but we'll see how it pays off. Maybe he needed it just to go get an item. But meanwhile, Nasus is smacking away on this turret and getting some time to free farm. And just, I don't know, every time the Pickle Popper leaves this lane, it's just allowing Nasus to farm up and just hit that late game.
Yeah, and this turret's already down to about half health.
Yeah.
One more roam from Pickle Popper. This turret's pretty much gone.
I surely will be gone.
A little bit of a reset right now.
Yep. Kind of a lull in the action. Icicly coming
Yeah.
back to lane. 3-0 right now. A force to be reckoned with. But I really do like the play from Frostbeat. Frostbeat is nailing a lot of skill shots onto Icicly, even though he did get picked off by the Condemn in that last fight.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're playing very aggressively, which is good to see from Vel'Koz. They're poking him out, but they don't have the vision to support it. Kha'Zix is just walking in behind him. This was twice where he just comes in behind.
Fighting the top lane, Pickle Popper trying to abuse the Nasus, teleporting right into him. And Impulse here, gonna be here to help him out. I'm with Dingus popping ult and flash. Stunned up to under tower, and we're going to see Pickle Popper get the dunk, and he's going to reset the dunk onto Hatsu 5, but he's going to have to walk away. Shoemaker getting the teleport up there. Oh! And that
The hammer stacks.
Oh, Pickle Popper likes that, and he's going to want to look for more onto Shoemaker, but he's not going to get it. I think they're going to have to let this be, or just shove it into tower.
Yeah, not much Shoemaker can actually do here. He's pretty much at half health. He can't kill either of them with his combo, so this turret looks like it's just going to die.
Yeah.
Shoemaker backing off.
And this is what they needed. They needed Pickle Popper to be getting first tower against Nasus. That's just how the pick works. You need to be winning your lane super hard. He is now 3-0, so it looks like all that gold that he was getting is going to make him a big boy. He's going to be healthy. Oh, and big ult coming out from Frostbeat, slaying Kekerator. And this is kind of what I wanted to see, is once the Frostbeat had enough damage and had ult, just to see if you just try and pop that Morgana. Holy shit! Nice flash by Icicly, dodging out of that, but damn. Frostbeat making the plays, and Arrow forcing the flash and flashing forward on Icicly, which is what I like to see. I like to see ADCs that flash forward. Turtle, we love you.
I mean, wild turtle specialist.
Yep.
Yeah, so Frostbeat just got a lot of damage onto Kekerator and then just straight up ulted him. And Kekerator tried to block it with the Black Shield, but
It's not
the
enough.
passive stacks coming off from Vel'Koz just do true damage.
It's
so
not going to be enough, and especially with
It
the
was not.
and the early Magic Pen boots does a ton of damage at this point. Ooh, but right now we're going to see Hamey, Calvi, and Hatsu 5 dueling it out. It's not much of a duel when Hatsu 5 is
Sejuani is there.
Oh!
Impulse
he
walks
walked
right
through.
by it.
Oh, there's so much going on. But yeah, Hatsu 5 is backed up by his homies. Kekerator able to land the binding, and CC for days, flashing him.
Good flash getting over the wall.
Oh, but Kekerator is just going to walk straight into Frostbeat. But meanwhile, in top lane,
Dingus got dunked.
Dingus got dunked. Frostbeat getting ready to get blown up. Kill going on to... ooh.
Basically going a little ham on this. Honestly, that was a 2v1. Impulse and Arrow really should have communicated that they could have won that. As soon as the ult went down onto Sickly, they could have just turned around and melted her. But they just weren't on the same page there.
That's alright, I wasn't either. You'll have to excuse me for the last bit of that kerfuffle with the camera. I had my hands shifted, so we all make mistakes, just like we see in the game.
A lot of aggressive play coming out from Sickly, which is interesting to see on Van so early on.
Ooh.
But one big thing I want to point out is he went Ginzu's Rage Blade first. This man wants to put out damage.
He wants to put out damage, but this Darius also wants nothing to do with that. He's got the Bramble Vest. He's got Black Cleaver and Bramble Vest and some Ninja Tabby. He's looking to fight.
Yeah, he's 4-0 right now. Pickle Popper is putting out work on this champion. Keeping that split push going really well. I'm surprised we didn't see more ganks coming out from the Kazakhs onto Pickle Popper, but maybe they just decided to give up that lane and hopefully focus bot lane. Which they're doing now.
Oh, jeez.
The 2v2 in the bot lane coming
Hatsu
down.
5 targeting Arrow and the exhaust coming down. Nice root. And just returning that damage onto Hatsu 5 and just slaying him. But meanwhile, I'm with Dingus getting dunked again. Pickle Popper's going to...
Another dunk.
Yep. Dunked out big time. Oh, and Icicly looking big, but just too much. Okay, able to trade a kill, do a 1v3, get in a kill. But in top lane, they're going to take this tower, I think. I don't think...
Yeah, they're going to take the turret in bot lane too. So
This is-
overall, yeah, good win for Brambleback.
Yeah, wins across the map. Right now, this Darius is a monster, and there's not much this Nasus can do. And this is exactly what we wanted to see. It's great.
He really, really needs help right now in order to stand.
And Vel'Koz, and also very well played by Arrow, able to kite that out. Hatsu 5 looking like he had the jump on them, but oh, hold on. Oh, was that a canceled ult by Shoemaker? I don't think it's going to matter. We'll find out.
Oh, no, he's out.
Oh no. Oh,
Just walks away.
Oh no. Shoemaker, my friend.
Unfortunate cancel on that ultimate.
Yeah.
Not what you want to see.
We call that in the business a mechanical flub.
So right now, what we need to see is from Brambleback is Pickle Popper going down, helping take a couple of objectives, getting that Ocean Drake off the table, going taking that Rifty, and then if they can, I mean, basically seems just comfortable farming up bot lane. What they really should do is just Rift Herald, try taking early inhibitor. There's no vision helping. Sorry, there's a little bit of vision in the red side jungle to defend this Nasus, but he's not going to be able to do anything against a Rift Herald without any help. And they'll be able to trade their outer bot turret for that inhibitor turret, which would be super beneficial for them.
Icically, is he going to be able to get out of here? No! Impulse calling him out. But Icicly's now in the 1v1. He's laying down the damage, and his Rage Blade's going to be popping, but he gets the stun. Arrow's here to back him up. Just do so much CC onto Icicly, and he gets popped. Damn, dog. You got caught out.
Yeah.
That was unlucky. Impulse, good knowledge of where he was. Did he have that warded? I don't even think he had that warded. I think he just instinctually knew where he was and where he was going to back. So really good call by Impulse.
Yeah. Basically, if he wants to carry.
Oh, but meanwhile, Hatsu 5 trying to make the play onto Arrow. But Arrow flashing and ulting. Really good pick for the Xayah onto Arrow. He's able to just kind of disengage these fights that Hatsu 5 is throwing at him. Oh, well, I guess.
Kekrator getting caught out a little bit.
Yep, I think a lot. He's getting caught out a lot of it. A lot of it. The Eye of Sauron sees all. Vel'Koz's picking up the kill for that.
And speaking about getting caught out, Pickle Popper getting 3v1. Melted.
That's what you say there. You say, oops.
Yeah. A little disrespectful for him stepping up all the way to the inhibitor turret by himself.
Just a little
as he's fighting on the other side.
It's alright.
Yeah. We really do need to see...
Oh my gosh, so much damage from the Vel'Koz. See, this is great. I love this double artillery backline of mages. It just makes it so much fun to kind of just watch them just lay out the deeps and watch them hit their skill shots.
Yeah. I don't know what Air is going to be able to do to win this game. They're behind a significant amount of gold. 4k gold at 18 minutes. It's crazy. And their Nasus just isn't going to be able to win the split push.
I know what I know what they're going to do. They're going to win through Icicly. That's what they want to do. The man played Vayne.
He needs a QSS before they win anything. There's no way you can survive through all that CC that's coming out from Sejuani.
Nope. Looks like Bork going to be coming out for Icicly as well. We'll see. I think that would probably make sense, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Pickle Popper
Definitely the right call.
Also, Pickle Popper grouping, trying to force down this turret, being that force.
They'll get it for free. Well, not for free.
For
They'll
free.
trade it for the top lane.
Yep. Which I think is a reasonable trade for Air Drake to take right now.
But it doesn't give Nasus a very good lane to actually sit in, unless he wants to go bot. I really want to see Brambleback take this Rift Herald.
Ooh, some fancy feet, just kind of laying down some damage. Not really doing a whole lot with that ult, but I guess just preventing some backs. But that's fine. And again, we're going to see everyone reset, pinging out the red buff. Sejuani taking it. Vayne, on the other hand, en route to take her red buff. This isn't the Kha'Zix's red buff. This is hers.
Yeah, I mean, after you build Gensus on any ADC, you have enough attack speed to warrant getting the red buff.
Yeah, absolutely. Malzahar a little pushed up, but respecting the collapse that was coming out. Clearing up a little bit of vision.
Huge wave building up for Brambleback in the bot lane. Basically smelling that from 50 miles away, runs straight over from the redback to take all that farm.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Pickle Popper.
Yeah.
Waiting for something.
Waiting for love.
I think he's got some love, actually.
And he's got some minions to farm up.
Yeah, he does. We're done with him.
Doesn't look like he's too hungry anymore.
No. So right now, yeah, just kind of waiting for next dragon is going to be up in some amount of time. Baron is up, just kind of fighting some Baron vision, kind of waiting for someone to step out of line and I guess really just get caught.
Do you know what dragon's going to be, by the
I
way?
have no idea. The spectator.
It's another ocean.
Oh, baby.
We've had 5
Oh,
Oceans.
Pickle Popper says,
season,
get
no
back
other.
here. But he's going to be fighting a 2v1 right now. But I think he can maybe still do it at this point. Oh. But Keckrator getting the stun, but Frostbeat's here to back a homie up. Same with Arrow.
Yeah. At this point, Darius is so far ahead that he probably does win the 2v1 versus Kha'Zix and Nasus.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, his team was there to back him up as Keckrator made his way over.
Yeah, but he's still playing pretty aggressively, and now he doesn't have the people to back him up. He's getting collapsed on.
Impulse is there for him, though.
Impulse is there for him. Keckrator's there, but they're just going to respect it and kind of let this happen while they shove mid lane. Lay down a little bit of siege there and get some poke.
I feel like this is wrong. Xayah shouldn't... I mean, there's a big wave bot lane. But they really should send the Darius to catch that wave and to shove in to take this outer.
They should.
And just really, really focus on mid lane priority, poking down. Because they engage...
Oh, Impulse,
Even there.
Impulse cut out, condemned by Vayne. But Pickle Popper flashing in, getting the kill. Ooh, missing the apprehend. Icically kiting out. But this is huge. Icically still playing this, dodging left and right. But is it going to be enough? He has heal. Able to get out of there alive and do a ton of damage, but just not enough.
Yeah, overall 3 for 1 in favor of Team Brambleback.
No, and
really good fight coming out.
Really good fight. Able to just layer on CC on top of that Vel'Koz and Darius damage. Able to really clean that up.
Darius is now 6-1-1 with 185 CS, and the Vel'Koz is 5-3. 5-3-2, I should say.
And I think this is what they kind of had in mind. They wanted to have the Vel'Koz be getting ahead. That's why you pick it. You pick it to not because of like utility. You pick it for the damage. You pick it because you really want to be playing the AP carry, which he's doing remarkably well.
Nice route coming out onto Hammy Calvi. But looks like Brambleback's just going to be able to walk out after this one.
Yep. Nasus popping his ult for that. Not really sure if that was quite necessary, but I think this is going to at least give... Ooh, Keckrator.
Ooh.
Does he have the fancy feet? Nope.
No, he does not.
does basically have the fancy feet. No, he's going to tumble right into trouble. Trying to bait out something with Hatsu 5. But I think that's just a little bit greedy with the way that they're split up across the map.
Yeah, Morgana's a little bit too slow to dodge any of those.
Yep.
She dodged the first one. Didn't dodge the second.
Dragon
A
coming
little
up.
unfortunate.
Got ourselves the ocean. Ride a wave.
Shameless plug. Team Ocean coming up.
Team Ocean coming up. Oh baby! So it sounds like Team Scott. I won't make any spoilers. But the results of the game going on at off stream are in, so you guys can check the chat for those that are interested.
Oof. Yeah, we'll be doing VODs of all the games that are off stream and commentating on them.
Yep.
And then we'll post them up on the YouTube video, our YouTube channel, which is just the Rekt League.
Yep. Shameless plug. Follow, like, at the Rekt
Not
League.
so shameless.
Not so shameless. Just do it if you haven't already, but I think everyone has, so hell yeah. Alright, this Ocean Drake is going to look like it's uncontested. Not much they can really do or engage onto that with the kind of lead that they have. A lot of the attention just on Darius, just showing up.
Yeah, he really has been. I do think we need to see him just pushing that bot lane, though. Getting that the last inner turret, and then letting his team pressure for Baron.
Yeah, I think the fear is of maybe just getting caught out by a quick Malzahar and or Morgana binding, and then just someone getting picked off. But I don't know. I agree with you. I also love that Lakers skin.
It is pretty sick.
Definitely worthy of the dunks.
So, what do you think Air Drake has to do to get back into this game? I mean, because they're not too far behind. They're still about 5K.
I think...
But
Okay. So, the fight that I want to see is... I guess they just need to make a really good pick onto like Hamey. I think they need to make a pick onto Hamey Calvi or the Vel'Koz with Morgana or Shoemaker, able to kind of land some CC, and then Hot Soup 5 and Icically going to be able to kind of just pile on that damage and pop someone really quick before the Darius can kind of join up and have an impact in the fight. They need to take away one of those big AP damage dealers. Because right now, Arrow still isn't doing a whole lot and isn't a huge threat. So right here, we're going to see Darius overextending and tons of damage coming out onto him. I basically just making the kind of pick that they need to do. I guess making the pick onto Darius works too.
yeah, well, without Darius, they don't have most of their gold. So Nas is just going to be able to push out top lane freely. I mean, Brambleback still has a shove onto this turret, and it's a 3v3 right or 4v3 right now.
Right. Icically trying to dodge as best as he can. Again, making the big plays. Oh, but getting stunned up by Hamey Calvi. Huge damage coming out. And Vel'Koz just doing so much damage from the backline. But is it going to be enough? Hard to tell, because while this is going on, Nasus is doing his work top lane. He's going to be able to get that tower, I bet. And just boom.
Ooh. Good flash binding coming out from Kekerator, catching out Arrow.
Almost a clean, basically a clean ace. Darius is up now to go respond to the Nasus. But killing all of them and just cleaning it up.
That's what they needed.
That's exactly what they needed. They're going to be able to finally get this bot lane turret, and they're going to just have their way with the map. Probably going to be eyeing Baron.
Yeah, so a lot of gold back into the pockets of Team Airdrake.
Yep.
Really good fight coming out, catching out that Darius in the beginning, and then leading to a bunch of kills. Impulse, while taking that turret, stepped up a little bit too far. The rest of his team was kind of backing off and just left him out to dry under that turret.
Yeah. But yeah, really good to see. Icically did getting caught up by Hamey Calvi and getting blown up eventually. But I think at that point he'd already done a ton of damage to the front line. He'd done some work. He could go home, retire for a little bit, take a nap. And yeah, I mean, luckily Shoemaker and Hot Soup 5 were there to kind of clean up, or I guess it was Kekerator, able to kind of run down the rest of the people. But despite all that, still not a lot of Baron vision coming out for Team Airdrake. They had control of the map, but I guess they didn't prioritize Baron vision over the push that they were going to get. So really all they got out of that was one tower. Oh, but great catch onto Hot Soup 5 and Vel'Koz laying out the damage, but I think that Black Shield was enough to protect Oh my gosh. Flashes on flashes. Everyone going in, dropping low.
Yeah. Not to harp on Pickle Popper.
Holy shit. Basically trying to do his best. But the crit's coming out from
made
Arrow.
the hero play.
But what were you saying?
Not to harp on Pickle Popper, but he flashed in and was immediately ulted by Shoemaker. He bought a QSS previously and might have just forgot about it, but used it like a couple of seconds into the Malzahar ultimate, so
Yeah.
a little bit late on that.
Yeah. That was,
Probably would be alive if he used it earlier.
it was an exciting fight. Definitely flashes blown, a lot of flash forwards. Kind of fun to watch, but yeah, kind of walking right into the Malzahar and kind of blowing a lot of big summoners just to try and continue that fight. And still kind of walking away with an even trade. But Arrow's scaling up. He's doing what he needs to do.
And I mean, personally on Xayah, I always go, I'm sorry, I forget the item, what it's called. But I don't
Static
usually
Shiv.
go the typical crit build.
Phantom Dancer.
No, it's the other AD item that you Essence Reaver.
Oh, okay.
I usually always build that first on Xayah. It's just such a strong item on her early, and it gives her such a nice little early level 1 power spike, or first item power spike.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going just for the straight up crit build, which is respectable.
Respectable.
Yeah, it's not bad on an AD carry.
Nope.
You're going to be able to put out damage.
And right now, I think this Malzahar is going to be able to deal with the push that Pickle Popper is putting out. Just able to clear the waves and walk away, which is very safe. Teleports are up for top laners. But I think the focus right now is going to be Dragon. And I think this is just going to be gifted over to them again, not contested. But this time...
Hatsu 5 going on a Frostbeat, gets exhausted and then just blown up by the Zaya.
I totally missed that one.
Yeah.
Too busy watching
Velka's
Dragon.
just knocking him away and then blowing him up. Yeah, no magic resist at all coming out. I mean, I guess he has the Mercury Treads, but that's not a lot of magic resist against this Velka's team.
Right. No, definitely not.
Say Velka's Zareth.
Yeah. And right now with the Kazakh's down, that should be Baron. Shoving up this wave, and they're going to make their moves there.
Yeah, and no real wards coming down from Team Airdrake onto it, so they'll see him walking over, but can assume it's happening. It doesn't look like they're actually going to start it. They might be trying to bait it, but...
They might be trying to bait it, yeah. I guess they're taking their time with this. Really just not wanting to throw here. I think that they're... Which is safe to do, but I think they could be a little more assertive with their lead.
But then again, they do have Pickle Popper just pushing this wave into bot, getting that outer turret pretty much for free at this point. And can't
Holy
he's got the
shit.
grab onto the Nasus.
Yep.
Ooh.
But meanwhile, Velka's being able to get the catch onto Kekerator, just blowing him up. But yeah. I mean, they're doing exactly what they need to do. Is Darius is a force that needs to be dealt with. There you go.
Dingus stepping up a little forward.
A little bit too forward, and
Gets
now
caught out.
yeah, with Sejuani there, that's going to be enough, I think, to stun him up for enough to lay down enough damage. Nope, flashing away, respecting, lots of respect, heavy amounts of respect.
Yeah, Zaya might have been able to step up a little bit further, get a couple more feathers down to snare him up for that kill, but good amount of respect coming out from the not having any vision in the enemy base.
Yeah, and QSS also coming out for Icically on the Vein.
Definitely an item you want to see.
Yeah,
and Hex Drinker as well.
Yeah, afraid of all that AP threat, as he
Yeah.
should be.
We need to see a Hex Drinker coming out from Hot Soup,
Yeah,
or else he's just gonna get blown
or
up.
just some tank stats maybe at this point. I don't think he needs to be the one doing the damage. I think he needs just a little bit of bulk.
I mean, if he can flank and get to the back line, it
Oh,
looks
right.
like they're starting up Baron.
Yep, starting up Baron. They're paying it out. Everyone's trying to make moves. Nasus has teleport.
Hatsu 5's not gonna get there in time,
No.
and is gone.
Nope, yep, they're just going to give that over. Not even try. Nasus not going to burn teleport.
Yeah, really good call coming out from Brambleback.
Yeah, I mean,
Just-
catching him out. But yeah, I mean, for all these objectives so far, it's really been just Brambleback walks up to them, takes it, and that's it, and walks away. There hasn't really been a whole lot of fighting around objectives.
Yeah, and they do have all their lanes pretty much in good spots, and all the turrets are gone except for these inhibitor turrets. So we'll have to see if they're able to break this, or break the base with the siege comp that they have built.
Yeah. And now Darius, they're going to continue the split. Darius does have teleport. Definitely going to need to be answered with the... Ooh, this is Sneaky Bush.
Yeah. See, I don't like the split now. They have a Zareth, they have a Vel'Koz. All you need to do is just throw poke down and let the minions take the turrets.
But do you like this play here?
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. They're all running this way, and they're here. So yeah, they're just
Yeah, just shoving up bot lane.
No, they're being real sneaky with it. Yep, they're just whether they're spotted out going into that bush and chilling there.
I don't think they were. I just think they were like, all right, well, we need to shove a lane.
Yeah.
And we should be S5, so we have a wave and bot. Might as well.
Oh,
Good hook.
Great hook coming out into I'm with Dingus, and that's going to be maybe enough. Oh, And Haney Calvi blowing up Kekrator. Kekrator just getting annihilated by these, by the Vel'Koz and the Xerath.
Yeah, this poke combo is showing up big.
Yeah, now I understand why.
Oh my god, double kill coming out for Frostbeat. Ult straight onto the Nasus, gets the Kazakhstan on the back end.
Oh, Icically getting hit by the Darius. Oh, the slow, but Shoemaker being a good homie and protecting Icically. But I think that's gonna be...
That's game.
That's gonna be game.
4 members dead, 7 seconds on Kekerator, 27 on Hatsu. These turrets are going down pretty fast.
Yeah. Really just good play. Interesting call. Kekrator back up flashing. And Icically...
Basically going in for the hero play.
Going in for the hero play.
Doesn't get enough damage.
No, too much CC, and just the game's over by that point. Oh, man.
What a game.
That was a great game. So, yeah. I think there's just also just a lack of... I don't know. What happened there?
It was, I think, a disrespectful team comp from Team Airdrake. They pulled it off the first game because, I mean, they pretty much won lanes. But at this point, they're picking a losing bot. They're picking a losing top. They're picking, not a losing mid, but he's going to be shoved in from the Xerath wave clear.
Mm-hmm. And
you have this early game jungler who's supposed to, carry 3 lanes? Can't do that.
Just simply not.
So...
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy to see the Darius pick. He did get buffed this patch, so it's cool to see it coming out. Who do you want to see for some interviews?
Honestly, I think we either have to interview for the second game. It's either the Darius or the Vel'Koz. So Frostbeat or Pickle Popper.
Okay, and then I would like to
Hot Soup 5, 100%
5.
for the first game.
All right, so let's see if we can get Hot Soup 5 first. Hot Soup 5, answer the call. Or if you want to try and get the homie in here.
Yeah, I will be right back.
Cool. Thank you. But good games coming out for everyone. Let's see. Can we get Hot Soup 5? Is Hot Soup 5 in the house? But yeah, while we're kind of in this lull, thanks for watching, everyone. We have a lot of fun doing this. Like, subscribe. I guess not subscribed yet, but we are working to become Twitch affiliates, which in turn will let us have the ability to have subscribers, which is pretty cool. If you feel interested in doing that, go ahead. But again, that's coming down the pike, as we say in Mass. But yeah, follow us at the Rekt League. Follow the Twitter. Follow the Instagram. If you want to get involved in the league, email us at the Rekt League. therektleague@gmail.com if you either want to try and sign up for next season, want to submit more player photos, and or just continue with some more hype videos. But yeah, who do we got?
We got Shoemaker.
We got Shoemaker. All right, well let me update this name.
How's it going, guys?
It's doing
Going well. How are you?
Good.
Just good games coming out there.
I think we improved over the day, I think.
Yeah? Yeah, walk us through that. So wait, so I guess you had the games earlier today.
Yeah, our first games early, we were kind of just like, we weren't really coordinated, our vision was really bad. And I know you guys kept commenting on that. And then so in between our games, we were like, guys, we just need to step up our vision and then play around that. And then I think we did a good job. If you look at the stats of our support, his vision score went up a ton.
That's awesome to see. So I guess let's talk about this first game. You were on the... What was that? Was that Corki?
Corki.
Hell yeah, you're on the Corki. You're kind of a monster getting into that late game. I guess just walk us through, the comp. And because for us, we were a little bit worried that you guys might just get steamrolled by the amount of CC that was going to be coming out from them.
Yeah, that was definitely a problem. They banned out... I don't know. They banned out a lot of our champions, and we didn't pick a mid laner in the first rotation after he picked Diana. And I think Malzahar would have been 100 times better into Diana. Corki into Diana is not a fun lane, I don't think.
No.
So hold on, I'm gonna bring up this team comp real quick.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring it up too.
Oh yeah, we wanted to get the Blitzcrank too because our support plays a lot of Blitzcrank, but they apparently play Morgana as well.
Mm-hmm.
and he was actually landing a lot of hooks on the Diana, so she wasn't actually as effective.
Oh, he was,
And I think we almost won off of just getting picks off of that.
yeah, he played amazingly. Keckrader was making some really good picks. I remember there was one really good pull where Diana was basically like halfway over the wall to escape. He just like yanked her back.
That was a good one.
It was fucking sick. But yeah, I mean, I guess then what went into game 2 in the draft, and I guess Isocles Vayne, which is always legendary. There's always a lot of hype going into matches where he picks it.
We were trying. It was either between Vayne or Twitch, and I feel like Twitch would have been better because they had a lot of long range and a lot of catch.
Mm-hmm.
But he just wanted to. He wanted to go on the Vayne and felt like he could pop off. And it seemed like he was at first, but I think we just kept getting picked off a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the matchup of I guess Xerath and Malzahar?
I think that's mostly just a farm lane. I feel like.
Yeah.
Xerath should push him in early, but once they both get like their lost chapter item, it's kind of just they can both clear the wave in like one rotation of spells, and then it's just a lot of it comes down to where they can go with their jungler.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I guess that game, the Darius kind of got a little bit out of control and was kind of pulling you guys around the map.
Yeah, that was a pretty good pick out of them.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, after the Darius buffs, a good way to deal with the Nasus that people have seen me quite fond of in this league.
Yeah, Nasus is a fun pick in this league. I feel like.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of tricky to play around, but if you can't play around it, it can smash, which has happened in a few games. Not just our games, but like in general.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Eric, do you have anything? Is Eric here?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was a really good interview.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have anything for the man? So, okay, wait. You dropped some R's.
Oh my goodness, I did it again. I did the classic cancel my own ultimate.
Oh, I wasn't even talking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were-
I was talking about the
retained
R's
that
off your name, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I
yeah,
did
but that
drop
was
R.
that was also tragic. I mean, if we want to go back to season 1 and the play onto Aurelian Soul, which you quite
Yeah,
fond-
at least I'm consistent.
Yeah. So
Dropped R's in my name like I dropped my R's in the game.
hell yeah. Well, cool. Thanks a lot, man. Good games. Nice to see some 1-1s coming out finally instead of the stomping
Yeah.
2-0s.
That's good to see. Yeah, it means the league's a little bit more competitive, which is good.
Yeah, I think that as people get more time together, they'll kind of balance each other out and kind of get more comfortable, and we'll see some more upsets or really find out who's the top dog. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yep. All right. Who do we want to talk to for Brambleback? Do we want to talk to Pickle Popper?
I believe Frostbeat is going to be joining us
Hell yeah.
for his amazing gameplay on that Vel'Koz last game.
Cool. Yeah, if you want to grab him, I'll update some titles.
Right. I will be right back.
Cool. So yeah. Hope you guys are having a really good night. Oh, we're here. We're live. We got Frosty.
We're here.
My man, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, man.
Alright.
Especially after the last game.
Yeah. So you finally got Vel'Koz.
It happened. They left it open.
Cool.
Yeah, how did that feel?
Yeah, usually like the other bands like banning Lux and stuff, I don't really mind too much, but I really had hoped to be able to play Vel'Koz in one of these games, so it was nice.
So do you think you'll be able to play Vel'Koz again?
I don't foresee me playing Vel'Koz again in the near future.
Tell me a little bit more, I guess, playing with Arrow and I guess what your guys' communication's like, because it seems that you focus a lot on kind of like the AP damage in the bot lane.
Arrow and I are getting better. Our communication, still has a long way to go, but we're sort of figuring out how we want to play, and we're understanding that, there's different ways to win the bot lane. It doesn't always have to be this, carry marksman with a shielding support per se. You can have like a utility AD carry with a high damage support if you have the synergy.
Yeah, and I thought he performed really well on the Zayat, just kind of allowing him to be safe and kind of avoid some of the ganks and just not give over some gold. Because I think on the Misfortune, he kind of got picked off a couple times.
Yeah, and we had hoped that he would be able to get Ezreal for a couple of these games because Ezreal is one of those marksmen that can farm, in the lane by himself with his Q, but that wasn't the case.
No, but I really like the Xayah pickup. I think that was a really good pickup. But I guess more about your guys' gameplay. So Pickle Popper is popping off in the top lane. That kind of, I guess, snowballed the game plan. I guess what were the comms like?
So bot lane probably didn't go completely as planned. I think we were really close to getting a couple of those kills, and Kha'Zix had really good pressure bot lane and gank timing, and that really kind of allowed them to stay in the game for a while despite Darius winning top lane. And then it ended up being which team can sort of transition their winning lane into winning the game ultimately.
Yeah. And I think you guys played really well with the Darius split push, and I guess a lot of the objectives really kind of went over to you uncontested.
Yeah, as you can imagine, sort of walking through chokes against Xerath Vel'Koz is not fun, and I think that their team sort of just had to make that decision, do we get chunked out real hard just to contest this dragon, or it really put them in a tough position.
Mm-hmm. And I guess what was your the strategy against the Vayne? So the Vayne was kind of going to be the star of the show. I guess what was the plan to kind of shut that down?
Yeah, I knew that Icicly does play Vayne, and I sort of, as soon as I saw that we had the Vel'Koz and the Xerath and the Darius, I thought, man, Vayne's actually pretty good into those champs, but the problem is they didn't really get to that point in the game where he can sort of maneuver around in the team fight, I don't think.
No. Yeah, I mean, like, he was trying his best, dodging left and right, but, like, every now and then he'd kind of get caught up by either one of your knockups or a Xerath stun, and then kind of just blow up from there.
Yeah. And I think Morg was okay, but I'm not sure he had the jungle, the ideal jungler to play to Vayne's, that's playstyle that you expect from a Vayne.
Right. I mean, I guess just seeing like a little more like Peel and CC and kind of letting Vayne have more breathing room.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, cool. Anything you want to add onto that?
No, I just want to say, GG to Air Drake. I thought they played well, and that 3-0 Vayne could have easily became a 7-0 Vayne, and everything could have gone differently had my Darius not played so well that game.
Yep. Well, cool. Well, thank you, and yeah, good luck next week.
And GG guys, good cast.
Thanks. Do we want to talk to Pickle Popper? Do you want to bring in the boy?
I mean, we kind of crapped on him enough during the stream.
Yeah.
We should.
All right, I'll bring him in.
We could if you want.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Pickle Popper.
Is he here?
Oh, what up?
Hey.
What up? You just pulled me in.
Yeah, we pulled you in.
No, hey.
Yeah. How's it going? How'd that game feel?
Good. Which game?
No, the second
Yeah,
game,
let's-
not
yeah,
the
let's-
first
yeah.
game.
That one felt pretty good.
So, were you the one that was kind of advocating for the Darius pick?
Yeah, I was like, just pick me Darius. That'll be great.
That's it. That's all.
No, I also knew he had already picked Nass at that point, so I knew it would be a good matchup. Oh, look at my name move.
Yep, there it goes.
I mean, with the new slow, you can just keep him slowed for like 2 seconds, which is very strong until he gets a wither, which lasts longer.
Yep.
Which is the only reason I stopped killing him.
Yeah, but I mean, you killed him
Should have
enough.
got right to his glory.
Yeah, at that point, you had enough pressure to just
Yeah.
keep the lanes rolling.
Yep. It was really good to see the, like, what was it? It was like a level 3 teleport you had down bottom.
Oh yeah.
You got the kill. You ended up
I got a kill. And I got back to lane, and I think I was still up in farm, so
kind of worked out worth.
yeah.
Um,
The second teleport was a little late, just because I had to back first,
yeah,
which was sad.
that's all right. I guess what was the plan? What was what was your idea, your team comp going into it, aside from you win lane, win game?
I think that was a large part of it. Just knowing that I'd probably win lane, and then even if they tried like ganking me again, I'd have a pretty good chance of living just because Darius is really dumb right now.
Yeah. Speaking of really dumb right now, we'd like to talk to you about some vision.
Yeah,
The
so-
lack of vision.
No. Game 1, there was a specific play where you had, I think, 3 pink wards on the top side and 2
And just
yellow
didn't see it.
wards.
Yeah.
And then Kha'Zix just walked through all of them and then killed you.
Yeah, I play with minimap off just to make it a little more fair.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, just I just cover that up with a little post-it note. Just
That's all right.
I like to be surprised every now and then, and it really helps like liven up the games. Everyone should try it.
Yeah.
I mean, a 10-1 Kha'Zix definitely is a little bit surprising.
Yeah, my bad. I might have bet him 3 times.
That's all right.
But it felt bad when he jumped in front of my ult the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like
that
ulting away, he just
unfortunate.
jumped in front of
That
me. I
was
was
a
like,
great
oh.
play. I mean, Hatsu.
That was really good.
Yeah, Hatsu 5
Yeah.
played like a total man that
He
game.
played really well that game.
Yeah, he was kind of dictating that entire game. Even carrying Icicly. Icicly was falling a little bit behind. I mean, he wasn't falling behind. He was farming up well, but he wasn't quite popping off like he usually does.
Mhm.
The
But in the second game, those Xerath snipes were on point with the ult.
Xerath or the Vel'Koz? Or
The Vel'Koz and
well,
the
both,
Xerath.
but the Xerath ult,
yeah,
he just like picked people off.
yeah. I mean, I thought
Oh,
between
good.
the Xerath and the Vel'Koz was really fun to watch. Just kind of like having so much artillery damage on the back line.
Yeah, I don't even know how at the very end there, I didn't even like know they were hitting the Morg because I was busy like hitting the Nasus, and all of a sudden Morg was dead. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, same here.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We had the camera basically on your fight, and then Morg just died instantly.
Yeah, like off screen, we're all just like, whoa.
yeah.
I
Vel'Koz,
have no idea.
Vel'Koz just nailed the knockup and then just like blew his load all over the Morg and.
And then they did the same thing like right after on Nasus, and
Did you guys have a vision of their like ending death bush they were trying to set up?
they had an ending death.
Yeah, like so when you guys went to go finish the game bottom, they 5-man stacked over in mid in the bush by Raptors, and they were all 5-man stacked there for a good 30 seconds. And your team just like there was a ward that might have spotted them going in, so I wasn't sure.
No, I didn't notice,
They were-
but we also know I don't pay attention to the minimap. So.
But yeah, I was wondering if that was spotted out.
No, I think we were just like, at the end there, I was like, I'll go bot, and then the 4 of you go top, and I can just TP you. But they're like, our 5-man's so strong. Why don't we just go? Why don't we just go siege that, and then I got a lucky pull over the wall, and they blew people up, and
Yeah, and that was game. Cool. Well, good game.
Yeah.
You played well. Nice to see you popping off.
yeah, I don't think I killed one person with my ult that game.
No, that's not true.
maybe I got Nasus in like the second kill.
Yeah, I think you got Nasus in the second kill.
I think I got 1 kill with my ult. I didn't even ult in like the last 2 fights.
Yeah. All right. Well, good game.
All right.
Good luck
Yeah.
next week. Good shit.
Thank you.
Yep.
Should be fun. Got some scuttle crab.
Yep. Cool. All right. So, yeah, that's it for the cast. That's it for the weekend's worth of games. There's still there were some games that weren't played on stream, as Darth Ted mentioned earlier. So we will try and get those up for you as fast as we can, so you guys can do your research, do your homework, study up for the matches. And yeah, do you have anything to add? Anything else you want to talk about? I think that's it. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, it's past my bedtime,
It's
so.
time to go to work. It's time to go to work tomorrow. Happy Sunday, everyone. Good luck on your Mondays. And, yeah, much love.
One last shameless plug. Follow the Rekt League on Twitter, YouTube.
Get your grandma to make an account. Get your grandpa to make an account. Your mom, dad, brother, sister. I don't know.
Yeah.
Follow, like, subscribe. We don't have a subscribe yet, but, that whole thing. Let's make this a real big deal. Get people all hot and bothered about this. All right.
Good night,
It's
everyone.
time to go. Good night.